Hi everyone and welcome to the video that's going to show you how to obtain the fireproof exclusive colour Black Kuruma. Now this vehicle is legendary for many reasons. The first reason is that it was officially unobtainable for 12 years since the game's release. It's frickin' mental how long it took to find a legitimate method of obtaining this car, because it's basically from the first ever story mission in the game, which is Home Sweet Home, and the reason it was really difficult to find a method to obtain it is because you haven't unlocked the safe house garage yet until you pass the mission. But the catch was, if you passed the mission, the properties of the car would be gone. So you could save the car after the mission, but it wouldn't have the fireproof property anymore. And also if you failed the mission, you'd just load back to the first cutscene again, and you'd have the car ready for Vincenzo to be driven to the safe house again in a continuous infinite loop. So it took some great minds to figure this out, and a guy called Lennart, Vanhela, who I've become quite good friends with on the forums. He's been a very serious contributor to the special vehicles whilst I've been away, and also a very clever Russian special vehicle collector by the username of Zarzazar396. I think that's what it is. I'll write both of the usernames in the description, because they've been making some fantastic videos whilst I've been away and really contributing to the special vehicle legacy, which I really appreciate. And actually those two were especially the reasons I wanted to come back, because I was very inspired to come back to YouTube again, because I'd been away for various reasons. I won't bore you to death with detail, but it's a time of life where one just has to make some sacrifices, give up things they love to do, just to move forward with life. So that's pretty much why I was absent for over 2.5 years. But anyway, enough with that. So as you can see, we're shown the garage in that cutscene, but you can't open it. So what we're going to have to do is drive Vincenzo back to Atlantic Key now. But whatever you do, do not drive into the yellow marker, otherwise you will pass the mission. The process is over. So what we need to do is literally glitch our way to Staunton Island and steal a couple of boats. So it's pretty unbelievably crazy, the method to obtain this vehicle. And I would say, since I've now officially claimed the comprehensive proof exclusive colour Black Maverick from Caught in the Act, which the guide writer Metal Militia thought it would probably be the hardest vehicle in Liberty City Stories, I can say for sure that I think this Kuruma is harder to get than that. This Kuruma I think might be the hardest vehicle for my experience. It might not be for other people's, but for me this Kuruma was unbelievably difficult to obtain. So hopefully I will find some clever hints in this video to help you as much as I can, but be aware it is unbelievably difficult and very time consuming as well. So what I recommend to do is park your Kuruma around here maybe, and then you want to get a coach. And the reason it's good to get a coach is because they spawn right next door to here in the coach station, and it means you don't have to drive a long way away just to get a fire truck. And also a coach is an exceptionally good vehicle to use for this special grey hell glitch that I'm going to show you. And I actually made a video on this topic years ago where I used a Trashmaster. It's the same method. So we basically drive to this location here. Hang on. We basically drive to this location here and then ditch the coach in the water, and then we've got to steal the motorbike, drive the motorbike on top, and then fall into grey hell onto the subway train track. And this is the only reliable way of doing this actually right now, because since we haven't unlocked 9mm Mayhem, you're not going to get a waterproof superior handling PCJ. I can tell you that. This is the only way you're going to get to the other islands at this stage of the game. So that video I made a long time ago is actually still completely relevant, and I can't believe it because I thought it was redundant. well, it shows with LCS, no idea ever becomes truly redundant. So what you want to do is keep driving down here, and there'll be 4 pylons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Now you want to get yourself a motorbike, and I know where a PCJ 600 spawns. So if you can't find a bike for any reason due to unluckiness, I'll show you where a PCJ spawns. And because I don't have infinite sprint, I'm going to continuously tap X just to make things faster. So just be aware that you can do that. It's a kind of clever way to maximize the sprint you have. So a motorbike spawns in this alleyway here. Like that. So pretty reliable. So what you want to do is drive the motorbike to the coach. Let's park it here or something. Now what you want to do is you want to line up the coach in such a way that you can push it in backwards. You probably know how to do this already, but I might as well just explain it as I go along. So when the coach is like that, it's completely parallel. Perpendicular to the edge. You want to drive the back wheels off the edge like that. Get out. And then what you want to do is go round, push the front, try and push it in as straight as you can. That was pretty good. The straighter it is, the easier this next bit's going to be, because it's really unforgiving. So what I recommend you do is you drive the front wheel of the motorbike on here, get off, look, and then when you're ready, just accelerate. Okay guys, I completely bished up that last part, so I'm going to do it again. So get back wheels off, carefully push the coach in as straight as you can. That's really good, I'm happy with that. So get your bike, and then you need to carefully drive the bike on top of the coach. And this is a lot harder than it looks. Okay, that's good. Now when you're comfortable, just get off the bike and you'll fall straight into grey hell. And what you've just achieved is you've landed on top of the the subway train track tunnel. So now what you have to do is you have to follow the subway train all the way to the station to load the underground structures. And this is going to take a while, and you've got to be very careful, because if you fall off the subway tunnel, you've got to repeat the entire process again, and it will frustrate you to buggery, just to let you know, so be careful. There's absolutely no hurry. You've just done a tricky part, so take it easy for the next few stages. So that's the L train track. The subway train should come pretty soon. There we go. Just follow it basically. Be very, very careful. Just take your time. So I'm going to stop here. Look down to restore the view, you could say. Otherwise it gets really messy and difficult to focus. And also, if you have guns, you can actually shoot the tunnel, and you'll see where the tunnel is because the bullets make a mark. And if there's nothing there, the bullets don't make a mark. So you can actually figure the way out if you have a gun. But because I don't have a gun, I've got to rely on this extremely slow, tedious process to accomplish my task. So hopefully another train will come soon. There we go. So it doesn't matter how long this bit takes you, just don't fall off the tunnel whatever you do. Otherwise all that effort will be wasted. So I'm playing it very, very safe now. Because, believe me, I've fallen off many times trying to do this quickly, and it's not worth it at all. There's a really annoying curve around this corner, which you're going to have to take extra care. So there's a massive bend coming up, and then the track straightens out, and you can normally just run straight to the station after this bend. So it will speed up, don't worry. There we go. As you can see, the train starts to turn round. So you've got to be extremely careful not to fall off. So we're casually going around this bend. We're almost there, but don't rush it. Make sure that you absolutely know where you're going before you start running again. And where the train is right now, that's where the station is, that's where we're trying to get to. It shouldn't take too much longer. Okay, I'm going to wait one more time, just to be sure. Okay, now it's pretty much straight. So just go straight towards the train. And if you got this far, congratulations, you've just loaded the underground structures. It's easy from now on. Well, not easy, but at least you can see where you're going. You're far from accomplishing the whole task, so don't be too excited, but be proud that you got this far anyway. So just keep going. At least you can see where you're going. It looks really cool. So you can see where the lampposts are, or above the ground. So just, yeah, I'm tapping X for sort of a virtual infinite sprint, just to speed things up. And now you realise you're walking towards Staunton Island. Now this way you've got to take quite a bit of care, because there's going to be an invisible brick wall that comes up, and if you fall off at the wrong moment you'll end up drowning in the water. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to avoid that. So just keep running up, keep running up. You can see on the map that one of the docks is coming up, so just run past it, and eventually you're going to get to a point where Tony starts to run diagonally, because there's an invisible brick wall that pops up. So I'd fall off about here, and then you'll land in the Staunton Island. And there you go. Welcome to Staunton Island. So now just grab any car, and you want to drive to this place here where the docks are, because you need to steal a couple of boats. Okay, so now guys, I'm at the docks, which is really cool, so just go down here. And hopefully you'll find a reefer and a predator. These are the two boats you especially want to have. So there you go. So what I do is just get onto the predator here. Luckily you don't have to jump on the boat to get on it, which is really cool. And this is really, really annoying, this part. So your patience mode is going to have to be turned back on to full again. So you're not out of the dark yet. So park the predator around here. Doesn't really matter where, because now you want to get the reefer. So yeah, like that. Just be very careful when getting off the boats, because if you drown in the water, you have to do everything again from the very beginning, from the very cutscene when Tony goes to pick up the phone in Chinatown, and you will not be happy if that happens, I can assure you. So now what we're going to have to do is use the reefer to push the Predator all the way to this location, just near where Vincenzo is right now. But actually using the Predator to push the reefer works just as well, so just whatever suits you really. I kind of prefer using the Predator to push the reefer in some ways. That was a bit risky. So now we're gonna get to that. And you can take as much time as you want doing this bit, it's no hurry. And with a bit of practice, you'll do this bit rather quickly. So the best way to do this is a reverse push, which I am demonstrating absolutely appallingly. I'm just trying to get it to line up, which I'm failing dismally. But I am playing at a very, very awkward angle, so I can forgive myself for that. So I'm going to try and turn it round again. So you can see it's not so bad, it's just a right pain in the arse. So this is quite a good lineup. So just very slowly, like tapping square, reversing, you can just push the reefer in a really nice manner like this. And now I'm going to actually demonstrate where you want to put the reefer. So literally just push the reefer all the way around, past this dock here, and you want to literally have the reefer parked there, where the square is. In that exact spot, that's where you want the reefer to be parked. So literally keep pushing the reefer all the way around the corner, and I'll probably get back to you when I'm near this dock here, because, you know, it's just unnecessary filming time really. And you can see, you can quite nicely get this reefer going backwards, like that. You can change the direction as well. With a bit of practice you'll get used to this. And it shouldn't take you too long if you just take it easy like this. Okay guys, I'm back. So now you can see I'm going past the first dock, which is a cool landmark, just to see where you are. And actually it hasn't taken me very long, it's been quite a good journey so far. So literally just keep pushing the reefer, like I am, and you'll see exactly the location I pointed to with the square. It's literally just down there. So push the reefer pretty near the coastline, like so. Yeah, I shouldn't have even suggested using the reefer to push the Predator. It's much better using the Predator to push the reefer, actually, so sorry for my bad instructions. So this is going really smoothly, I'm happy with this. So just keep going, and the reason you need two boats is because when the reefer's put in its destination, you have to somehow get to dry land, and you can't do that without another boat. So this is why you need two boats. Oh, it's absolutely unbelievable, this quest. So literally just shove the reefer in the corner, like that. Now what I recommend to do, which is really important, you can't allow this reefer to get deleted. So the best thing you could possibly do right now is get onto the reefer and don't drive it, but just get onto the reefer and enter it. So the game acknowledges that you've driven the reefer. Because if the reefer disappears, then all that would be for nothing. So just get on the reefer, like that, get off. Now get back onto your Predator. Be very, very careful. Excellent. If you're happy with the reefer being there, just drive away. And now you need to get to dry land. And the best place to get to dry land is the dock around the corner. So this dock is pretty much meaningless in LCS, but thanks to the fireproof exclusive color black Kuruma, you're going to use the dock. It's really cool. So a piece of scenery that's just never mentioned or used is now a valuable asset to this quest. So get off the Predator here. Again, be very, very careful. And now make sure you do not drive any vehicles whatsoever. You're going to have to run all the way back to Vincenzo. If you drive any vehicles, the reefer's going to disappear. Just be aware of that. Or if you're lucky and the reefer doesn't disappear, well, it's a huge gamble. And if the reefer disappears, you've got to do everything again. Literally. You'd have to glitch your way back to Staunton Island and get the reefer back to that parking spot. If the reefer disappears, you have to do all that again. So just be aware of that. And you might think, oh, it's been pretty easy so far. You know, I've taken my time and, you know, really casually got myself to this stage. You're not out of the woods yet though, because the hardest part is about to come. What you need to do is you need to try and drive the Kuruma as fast as you possibly can towards the marker. And you need to jump out as soon as the Kuruma is entering the marker to pass the mission. And if you do this successfully, the Kuruma will keep rolling down the hill. And if you're very, very, very lucky, it will end up in the water. So hence it will be destroyed during the cutscene. And when it's in the water, then you use the reefer that you've just parked to push it all the way to Harwood ditching location or Portland Beach. And then you've got to beach it and then drive it to the safe house garage, which will then be available, and then save the game. So it is massive, massive, massive. So if this fails, you've got to do all that again. The glitching to Staunton Island. So I'm going to try this. Damn it. The problem is there's no good way to do this. It's just a lot of hit or miss stuff. So drive fast, drive bollocks. The longer you take, the more likely the reefer's going to vanish as well. It's so unbelievably difficult. Fuck! You have to go extremely quickly for this to work. And the Kuruma is one of the slowest cars in the game, so it's just perfect for this quest. It's so perfect. I cannot stop thanking. Failed. Bollocks. Okay guys, I'm back to try this monstrous quest again. This is so brutally difficult, I cannot even comprehend it anymore. Because there's no good way to really pull this off. You just have to go as fast as you can around this pylon without skidding the car. And you've got to try and jump out of the car when you're just about to enter the marker, just about here. Literally. That's the only thing I can say, because that's all there is. And because the car is so slow, you cannot accelerate to a good enough speed even if you line up in a straight line. You have to literally dodge traffic and hope for the best. It's just an absolute monster. Oh, for fuck's sake. That was going so well. That was going really well. That might have been the right angle. You have to go around that pylon. That was pretty good.
Apartments cost money, Tony. Just you remember who pays the bills around here.
I pray that worked. Holy shit, that might have worked. Yes! 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 Okay, but don't celebrate just yet, because you need to get onto the reefer. And if you fail this, you're really going to want to die. It's so depressing if you fail this part, so be very, very careful. God, my freaking arms are shaking. I can barely hold this straight. Hey guys, you are not going to believe it. I actually fucking failed the jump. I am dead serious. I fucking failed the jump to the reefer. And I had to redo the entire process again. Oh, it was miserable. Miserable. But now I'm finally back. As you can see, the car's in a slightly different location than it was. So please don't assume I've done anything. I've literally just restarted the entire process. So this is a new slate. So be very, 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 very careful getting onto this reefer. It is really unpleasant. And again, there's no nice way to do this. You just have to literally just judge it carefully and just jump like that. Fuck, 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 fuck. Shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh. Phew, phew, phew. Keep the Kuruma in sight as well, just in case it disappears, because it's going to vanish if you're not careful. Right, get in the reefer, and you're going to want to reverse fast. Keep the Kuruma in sight, because it will disappear. Holy fuck, holy fuck. What an evil special vehicle this is. It is the worst I've ever known. It absolutely is the worst. At least the other vehicles require just tremendous amount of patience or a particular skill in some area. But this is just, oh, it's everything in one really. Right, now you have a choice. You can either push it to Portland Beach, which is around this corner here, or you can push it all the way to Harwood. Now Harwood is a little bit further, but safer. Portland Beach is a little bit closer, but more dangerous, so the choice is entirely up to you. I think I might go to Portland Beach, because it's a little bit closer, and you can always use Tony to push the car until you get to a safe point on the beach. But if you're not sure, I highly recommend going to Harwood instead, but the choice is completely up to you. So what I recommend you do here is very carefully, absolutely no hurry at all, you're gonna want to reverse push the car. So just, yeah, carefully reverse push it from the side like that. If the car's tipped over, you can push it a little bit quicker and hopefully it will tip back. If the car lands upside down in the water, just don't worry about it too much. But before you beach it, it absolutely without fail must be upright. Otherwise it will blow up and you'll be frustrated to buggery. So I need to go round the other side carefully so the car doesn't disappear. Gosh, that was one of the more tense moments I've ever had filming a GTA video. Jeez, it was bad. It just shows you, doesn't it, how intense this stuff can be. And also the sea conditions are going to change from time to time. As you can see, it's got a bit more wavy. Well, you've got to take extra care when it's wavy. Just try not to flip the car over. It's not the end of the world if you do, but it'll make life a lot easier for you if you don't tip it over. So yeah, just carefully push it like that. Oh, for God's sake. What it takes to turn this around. Okay, there we go. As you can see that my car's in a really bad state, so I've got to be super careful. It doesn't matter how long this bit's going to take. It really doesn't matter. You've done the hardest bit, which is get the car in the water. You really don't want to fail this part. So even if it takes you half a day, it takes you half a day. It doesn't matter. You can have regular breaks, you can pause the game, etc. There's no hurry to do this. So you can see it's moving. I just have to get it past this annoying pontoon. Okay, I finally got past that treacherous pontoon. So I'm taking a lot of time. So yeah, very carefully just push it sideways on. If it's flipped upside down, you want to be a bit more aggressive. Try and flip it back upright. And be careful of the waves as well, because when the conditions are rough, the car might flip over. It won't catch fire when it's flipped over, luckily, but you can't beach it when it's flipped over. So you have to do whatever it takes to flip it back. So hopefully I'll get round that freighter pretty soon, and then I'll be on the way to beaching it at Portland Beach. So I'll get back to you when I'm near the freighter. Okay guys, you can see I'm going past the freighter now. It hasn't actually taken me too long at all. So you're going to want to keep going until you go past that big rock that's right behind you. And just before the lighthouse there'll be a beachable location for you to safely beach the car on land. So if you're in my position right now, you're almost there. Just keep it up and this car will be yours forever to keep in moments to come. So I'll see you when I'm nearer the beach. Okay, as you see guys, I'm getting much closer to the beach now, so this is really good news. And my car hasn't caught fire yet, fingers crossed. I don't think vehicles get damaged in the water because the game already considers them as destroyed. But just be very careful when you actually beach it on land, because then your car will experience physical damage from the boat. So literally just take your time. Just as soon as the car's out of the water and it's safe for Tony to jump onto the land, that's probably the time where you're going to want to just do that and then push the car up the beach. If you've gone to Harwood instead, you're going to have an easier time because literally the car will drive on the grass very well and you can literally drive it straight away when it's beached. But here no, you're going to have to push the car with Tony alone until you're absolutely sure you can drive off safely, because the wheel spins on the sand, so the car has no grip whatsoever. Hence why I never use the beach to obtain the Grisucho fireproof, tipproof, popproof, exclusive coloured cars, because I really don't like using the beach for that reason. But for the fireproof Kuruma, I'll make an exception. So this is looking good, this is looking good. This is looking very good, come on. So you want to get your car in line like this. Very, very carefully push it so it doesn't tip. If it's upside down, you're going to have to tip the car back up first before you beach it. Warning. Just make sure that you don't try and beach the car upside down. Right, we're going to be hitting land very soon. And be careful of the waves as well, so let the wave go over and then push. Let the wave go over and then push. Let the wave go over and then push. And now you can pretty much just keep pushing. Okay, that's probably as good as it's going to get. So I'm going to get out the reefer. Do I get into the car? I might be able to get away with it. Okay guys, sorry about that. My phone kind of ran out of memory, so I had to quickly put the videos on my laptop and then erase them from the phone. So what I was doing before I got interrupted, just making sure that the Kuruma has a safe passage away, because if it slides into the water, it's just going to be really unpleasant. So you can take as much time as you want with this. There's no hurry to get in at all. I think it might be okay, so I'm going to get in now. Holy crap, but still take it easy, still take it easy. Come on, come on. Yes, yes! Almost there, don't celebrate until it's in the garage. Famous last words. Alright, crap, I'm going to have to somehow get off the beach. This is going to be rather challenging. Sorry guys, I was just being a bit of an idiot, because I forgot that you can actually reverse quite easily. So what you want to do is get to this place where the BF injection is, which is right there. I wonder if my reefer's disappeared yet. No, it hasn't. My reefer's still there. So that's proof that this is still the same Kuruma. So what you want to do is just literally reverse up this bit. Like that. Now I have to very, very carefully get this back to my garage, because the condition is beyond horrendous. And I am nervous as fuck about it. All it takes is a couple of gunshots and it's over. Especially if you're on the PS2. Oh my god, I'd be scared as hell. Right, so careful, careful, careful. And I'm going to have to get a flamethrower as well to prove this is fireproof. And I know the location of one in Trenton. Get out of the way. Put it in the garage. Obtained. The fireproof exclusive colour black Kuruma. Save your game now if this is your first time obtaining it. But since I've already obtained it before, I'm just going to quickly go you get a flamethrower from Trenton. Hopefully no one will phone me, so this will be a completely live moment. Smooth. Problem is, it's a rather annoying weapon to get. It's just not very easy to find the ramp, etc. I think the ramp's around this side. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, stupid me. I apologise. Just to get a frickin' flamethrower. Okay, there it is. Yeah, no, I haven't done this for a while, guys, so I apologise. There we go. Flamethrower. Right, let me get back to the garage, show it's fireproof, and then the video is done. It is done, finally. What a relief. And I really hope it helps you out. And by the way, I skipped the cutscene a little bit too early when I drove into the marker. You know how Vincenzo's like, apartments cost money, Tony. Just remember who pays the bills around here. Me. Daddy Vincenzo over here. So from now on, you work for me. That's the part where you probably want to skip the cutscene. I skipped it too early. I never let the cutscene play all the way through because I'm always nervous it won't work. And it didn't work one time, so I always skip the cutscene at some point, but that's down to personal preference. I can't advise you what to do on that bit. So, fireproof. Completely fireproof and a gorgeous exclusive colour black paint job. I hope you enjoyed the video and it helped you, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Cheers. Thanks for watching.